Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We're going to be using the Kawasaki ZX-10R from 2006, and this bike is part of the final bonus DLC pack in Ride 4. The end of the ride, so to speak, in the sense of DLC packs. And this game has been absolutely brilliant, and I'm sad to see all the DLC packs come to an end, because honestly I could just keep getting them over and over again, because the bikes in this game are so good to handle and very, very enjoyable. My experience at the minute is a little bit different, because I've been playing a lot of MotoGP and other bike racing games that when I've come back to Ride 4 I do feel a little bit sluggish, but honestly the feeling of the bikes is still really, really good. The feeling in the original base game of this game honestly was so good. The original physics was just, in my opinion, the best ever. But even now, this is a fully fledged motorcycle racing game with lots of content, lots of tracks, and just plenty of stuff to do. I've really enjoyed my time with Ride 4, and of course, don't get me wrong, this is not the end of Ride 4, and this is not the end of my content with Ride 4. We're actually approaching 200 Ride 4 videos, and I think this is going to be the 198th, so of course very, very close to hitting that 200th milestone with Ride 4 from the developers called Milestone. Full of puns here today in Mugello, but of course going into Correntino with a turn 12, only a few more corners left to navigate, such as Biondetti 1 and Biondetti 2, the wonderful left to right hand combination as we tackle that one pretty nicely. Of course we are doing the time trial here in the wet on board this Kawasaki, and then after this one we'll do a little bit of a Grand Prix race. Of course not going to be doing full endurance races here today, because I'm far too sluggish for that one. I can feel it myself, and I'm not going as quicker as I possibly can. A little bit slow and a little bit sluggish, but we do get across the line to take the goal time nonetheless. So step 2 is to play another race, and that is of course going to be here in the Phillip Island circuit. Now as usual, the AI in Ride 4 don't seem to be that strong, so we'll just move over to the one side here and allow all the other riders to get on through, and then we'll start just chasing them down. I don't think it's going to take too long. My goal will be to get past all of these guys and start chucking in those faster laps. It'll give me a bit of more confidence and a bit more feeling back with these bikes on Ride 4, but the feedback so far with the Kawasaki, pretty good. I prefer the ZX-600 for example, but honestly I really do enjoy this Kawasaki anyway. It's a shame we had the all-black version. I went completely all-black as well, but you can use the green livery when you unlock level 5 affinity with this Kawasaki. I just always think of green Kawasaki's, but the black still looks quite good. It's got a bit of a tint to it as well, actually. It's got like a bit of a dark green tint in some of the angles that you can look upon. But going past all the riders with relative ease here, and shout out to Bjorn Sigurdsson. Bjorn Sigurdsson was the man I chased down in my Ride 4 braking guide tutorial video, which seems quite a long time ago now. Of course, Ride 4 been out for quite a while, as we have Leon Graham at the head of the pack, and you know what? I don't ever remember seeing Leon Graham in all of the sub 200 videos that I've done here on Ride 4. I think that's the very first time I've experienced this man as we go into Lukey Heights and then down into turn 10. He's going to be beaten any moment now. Of course, he's still on the same Kawasaki we are as we go on the rumble strip for turn 11. Give him the big don't argue in a minute. Coming up the inside, not quite yet. He's still there. A little bit of contact made there going up at the inside just before turn 12. But now on the left hand side, I guess that's curtains for the rest of the AI riders. Let's start chucking in the fastest laps that we can possibly do here today. There's someone down at the back of the grid there in 12th position. It's Edward Marcy. Not sure what's happened to the Canadian, but he is miles and miles behind right now. He must have had a crash early on during the race, but for the time being, on the second lap out of 5, already a 1 second lead, looking like Fabio Quartararo in Silverstone just a couple of days ago. Beautiful stuff so far. So bring on the power, going into the Stoner corner on the left-hand side for turn 3. Nice and tight to the apex. Not too tight, of course, because I did just go onto the grass there just temporarily. Surprised we didn't get given a penalty there, just a little bit of penalty time for my troubles. So upon the release of every brand new DLC of Ride 4, I have gone on social media to see what the general census is from the fans, and there was a lot of fans requesting bikes that quite frankly never made the cut, and some bikes that they requested and actually did eventually come to the game. So my question to you guys is, any bikes that you wanted to come to Ride 4 that never actually made their way here? And vice versa, is there some bikes that you wanted to make the cut and lo and behold they arrived here in Ride 4? Let me know in the comments section down below. We'll have a good old chinwag about that one. And of course, if you are enjoying the video, a like is always appreciated, and even a subscribe goes that little bit further onwards. And of course we are on the hunt for 2,000 subscribers. When we get to 2,000 subscribers, something very special is going to happen, so I will appreciate your assistance in the matter to getting me up to 2,000 subscribers. Of course I appreciate everyone who has already subscribed and already hit their like button, because you guys are really the best people here. Now, of course, across the line we did get a 127.167, a wonderful lap so far, with Leon Graham and Valerie Tremblay, as we almost lost the front there going on the grass. A little bit too eager going into the Doohan corner, got too tight to the apex, a little bit too close, still a little bit rusty on the old Ride 4. I hate coming back to this game and struggling, because in my mind it feels like I'm just going to come back and I'm just going to start knocking down doors and just kicking down tables, the lot. Unfortunately, it never happens that way, and I have to come back and I'm a bit sluggish, and it'll take me a couple of laps to get back into it. And of course, I'm not putting the best sort of impression on you if this is your first video for my Ride 4 series. I do assure you I am a little bit better than what I am portraying right now on the screen. But of course, this is more of a relaxed, sort of chilling out video, just chucking a Kawasaki ZX-10R around this wonderful, wonderful circuit of Melbourne here in Phillip Island, as we go into Lukey Heights now for turn 9, nice and tight to the apex. Could be a little bit too tight there, getting a bit out of shape on the rumble strip, a bit of a sort of feeling when you get stuck on that rumble strip, it sort of wobbles and shakes. Do be careful going on the rumble strips in Ride 4. Not as bad as in the rumble strips on Rims Racing. My goodness, the rumble strips in that game can be treacherous sometimes for absolutely no reason, and the same can be said for MotoGP 21. Goodness me, they are lethal in that game. But of course, we will not be improving our lap time with the hard front and medium rear. Across the line, it is going to be a 127.936. Lost 0.8 of a second there after that major faux pas going into the Doohan corner. Turn 1 of Phillip Island, of course. Now onto the left-hand side of the tyre for turn 2 for the southern loop. Bring it in nice and smoothly, just drop it down to first gear, bring on the acceleration gradually, and then give it a good old shove coming out of the southern loop and bring on the power up by 0.2 of a second before going into the Stoner corner for turn 3, and then we'll be getting very, very hard on the brakes in a moment's time. It did feel a bit late, that one, going into turn 4, and you better believe we have gone late and wide going into the 4th corner here in Phillip Island. But nonetheless, still on board the motorcycle, still feeling good, still feeling positive, getting back into the thick of things. The difference I'm finding compared to MotoGP is the braking. I brake extremely, extremely heavy on this Ride 4 when I used to be playing it into the sense of going for world records, etc., and fighting with the aces in the DrAce time trials. However, when you play MotoGP, you have to be super smooth on the brakes. A lot of rear brake and be feathering the front brake, but with calm but assertive manners in the brakes. It's difficult to sort of feel the differences when you're racing, but this one is much one where you can just hit the brakes as hard as you want, and you're probably not going to be sort of penalised compared to the likes of MotoGP 21, because you are heavily penalised when you brake too heavy in that game. But across the line, this is going to be the end of the penultimate lap and the start of the final lap of the final DLC pack, Pack 14, here in Ride 4. Wonderful amount of DLC packs that we've had, 3 or 4 quid each in every single one of them. Pretty costly if you had it up all the end of the year, but with the amount of experience and enjoyment and excitement that this game has given me, there's no way I wouldn't pay it again. Absolutely loved it, it's been brilliant. So going into the Stoner corner, we're down by 1,000th of a second, so this could be the lap to improve upon the 127.167 as we go in very late into the Honda corner once again for the 4th corner. Bring on the power, make sure that the bike doesn't wheelie too much. It's a bit easy just to let the bike lift a little bit. I am running anti-wheelie 1 in this situation just to help that bike stay flat. I did find it wanted to lift up every other time I accelerated, so be very careful on that one. But going onto the right hand side now for turn 8, only a couple more corners to navigate, and that will conclude the end of this video. So we're going to the left hand side for turn 9 for Lukey Heights, a little bit out of shape there, just correcting it mid corner, hard on the brake, that right boot touching the floor just briefly. So we go into the right hand side for turn 10, turn 11 coming up now for the left hander, and here it is, the final 2 corners. And I tell you what guys, big thumbs up from me from Ride 4, big thumbs up in the sense of this DLC pack being the final one and being a belter. And I guess that's pretty much it. Underneath the Phillip Island circuit sign we go. Quick look behind us, there's no one here, and we have done the business here today. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video of this last DLC pack for Ride 4. If you have enjoyed the video, like, comment and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And of course, those are my times on screen right now with the finishing results. I'll let you enjoy that one, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and ciao for now. Oh hi! Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.